So I've been working with a lot of salespeople recently and people in business who are struggling either because there's a new product that came out that they want to start getting to the market, they think their clientele might benefit from, or they're brand new to the business altogether and just trying to get off the ground. And in either of one of those situations, there can be a little bit of this fear that we don't yet know enough about our business or our product to really get out there and sell it. And there's some fear that maybe we'll do something wrong and screw it up for the client and somehow injure the client, maybe give them the wrong thing or not all of what they need. But the big fear that I'm finding people are running into is this fear that they're going to look bad, that the client's going to ask a question or somehow get them into a corner where they don't have all the answers. And that's actually a really good place to be as a salesperson. Because if you go in, as I was trained to do, with this positioning statement and having all these facts and figures that you're throwing out about how good your product is to try and just wow this prospect with everything that you have, what ends up happening is you're coming across really smart to this person, but there can only be one really smart person in the room. And if I'm making that person me, then that automatically makes my prospect dumb. And what does that do for our relationship? So, in that situation, what I found when I was selling a lot was that my prospects now have to find a way to claw their way back up to the top, right? Since there can only be one smart person in the room, they're going to fight to have it be them. And the ways they're going to do that is, number one, they're going to ask me lots of really crazy questions. The more specific I get in terms of the details I'm giving out that they're not asking for, the more specific they're going to get in their questions to try and stump me. Right? So it just is this back and forth. It ends up being this debate. They're going to disagree. I just had a client recently who said he was up against a prospect who felt like they knew more about his product than he did. So they're disagreeing with everything that he's saying out there. Okay, what that really is just that prospect trying to show that, hey, I'm smart too. I know what's going on. And it means the person selling is probably coming on too strong and trying to put themselves in that position. So anytime I'm working with somebody or myself in a sales situation, I always want to be the servant. I always want to be the person who's giving, who's below my prospect in that way. Not that I don't know what I'm doing, but not coming across as this know-it-all who's got it all together and making them feel threatened in a way where they now want to recoup their own self-worth and their own ego by building themselves up and either objecting to everything, arguing with me, or just giving me a flat no and shutting down and stonewalling me completely, which is what tends to happen. So when you're in these situations, you can either choose to be the really smart guy, like I used to try and do with my fancy positioning statement, having all these facts and figures I'd throw out to the person about their exposures on the insurance side and money I was saving them, all this junk that really was supposed to make me look really good. What I learned was it was just hurting me at the end of the day. And so to flip it around and really show up with this servant mentality and simply saying, how can I help you? What are you looking for? What would really make this fantastic? What could I do for you that would just solve this problem in a way that it doesn't come up for you anymore? So coming across like that, then the prospect now, they're the one dictating the conversation, right? They're the one giving out these answers. They know their business or their life way better than I ever could. So I want to show up and just learn about that. And then instead of saying, oh, I've got the answer, I'm going to say to them, what if? What if I could make that better? What if I could solve that? What if I could? And that's when I start going into little hints at what I do. And if they say, yeah, that would be great. Perfect. Should we explore that more? Or that sounds good. So if I can solve that, are we a go? Would we be working together? Okay. In no point do I ever want to be better than the person I'm talking to. And if anything, I want to be less than, right? Not that I don't know what I'm doing again, but I want to be the servant just there to help and solve that need. That's how I'm going to win sales. Anything else, you're going to find yourself shut down and really frustrated that it's not working. And it's not your pitch, it's the way you're coming across. Okay? So be super smart and struggle, or go in, be okay not knowing it all, ask a ton of questions as though you're a brand new beginner, and watch as people open up to you and really want to work with you because they're not threatened by you.